Because I knew sooner or later I would come across this video. I knew sooner or later I would come across this. I'm going to let this man cook.
Is Rico Cortez Dukes the actual son of Dr. Huey P. Newton? Is he? See, nobody asked if Maisha Newton is related to him. They all just automatically assume that. But this man says, that's my dad. He came to me with proof. I didn't ask him for nothing. I researched him a little bit and I was like, okay, a lot of sites be saying allegedly, but he came to me with actual documentation. I didn't put it in this video because I don't want to put people's information online like that. I don't know who wants to get it. The FBI might want that shit. I don't know. I'm letting him put it. He's got a whole channel. You can go on his channel and ask him, show us the documentation, and he'll show you on his channel. So I ain't got to release that. But if a man comes to me and says, hey man, this is my dad, guess what? His mom apparently had sex with some man on this planet to have that child. No other man has stepped forward and said, actually, that's my son. No other family has stepped forward and said, he ain't related to Huey Newton. He's related to us. Here he is as a kid, this and that. Here's his uncles is. Nobody came forward and said that.
Y'all know that boy? Do y'all know that boy?
Rico didn't just drop out of thin air. He didn't just drop out of thin air. He came from a woman and a man. He says Huey is his father. Nobody has proven that another man is his father. Nobody has DNA records. Nobody has a birth certificate. Nobody has anything else that has another man's name on it saying that is actually Rico's dad right there. And if Rico's dad is out there, dad in quotations, why ain't he ever stepped up? Why ain't he ever said, actually, son, you're mine. We can do a DNA test to prove that you're mine. Huey's not your dad. People was lying to you, man. Nobody stepped up and said that. Nobody family out there saying that. But everybody in the comments saying, no, that's not his son. That's not his son. I have an email address in my video descriptions. Email me how you know it's not his son. Send me documentation, just like Rico came to me with documentation. You send me documentation showing me who his dad is. You send it because you know so much. I got comments. You can leave comments below. Actually, his dad is this dude from this state, and I know his dad because his uncle was this and his aunt was this, his grandpa is this. Because Rico didn't just drop out of thin air. He didn't come from the moon. He didn't come from Mars. He wasn't hatched from no egg. This dude has proof of who he is, and y'all don't want to acknowledge that, and that's cool. Don't acknowledge it. But you're not acknowledging who he is, who you think he is. You're not showing anything. You have no documentation saying this is his actual dad. So all that shit you're bumping in the comments, it don't do nothing for me. I've seen what I've seen. You ain't seen it. And if Rico says, hey man, drop the documents I gave you, you cool, drop every document I gave you. I might retract some of the information because there's some pretty detailed information in there. But I'll drop it. But on his channel, he could drop it on his. And if you want to argue that these documents are fake or anybody can have, then you could do that shit on his channel. But I'm telling you what I see, what I know, how I can feel that vibe and that energy. And like I said, everybody who talks to this man in real life knows, man, bro, you don't think like us. You think like your dad. You talk like your dad, man. You don't. Nah, and that shit don't just happen out of nowhere. Everybody talks like their parents. I talk more like my mom. She was a numbers lady. She worked at a bank. I work in accounting. I got an accounting degree. I work at casinos. Everybody is a function of their mom and their dad. They are just like them in some way. So when I talk to this man on the phone, me and him didn't agree on things. We didn't. But it's cool if we don't. Because I see what he's really good at, what powers he's had. I know what I'm good at, what powers I got. You put those powers together, it's like Voltron. He might say, hey man, we're going to do X, Y, Z. And I might say, I can do this, this. The shit might not really connect for a whole year, a whole 2 years, maybe 3, but the path is laid. My expertise and his expertise might end up intersecting at some point. And I'm like, listen, I got a guy. His name's Rico. He's the Black Panther president. He runs the whole thing. His dad was the founder. Let me help you out. Let me put you in touch with that man. Because maybe it's something beyond what I'm willing to do. But I'm willing to go as far as I can get you. But there's somebody who can take you that extra level. His name's Rico. Let me get you there. And so for all y'all out there doubting who this man is, I don't care. Really, I don't. Because you haven't shown me who he's not. You haven't shown me any documentation. Yeah, like I said, email address in my video description. You email me who he is if you think you know who he is. If you don't know who he is, then you just talking. You ain't shown me shit. Show it. And if you can't show it, keep it moving. I appreciate and I respect everybody, all the new subscribers, everybody who's here looking for information, because I'm the same way. Nobody is 100% knowledgeable about everything. I don't know everything, but I'm always willing to learn. always willing to admit when I make a mistake, always willing to say, hey, you know what? I got it wrong. That's why they make erasers, because you erase it and then you write the right answer down. You don't leave the wrong answer and explain why you got the wrong answer and why the wrong answer should be right. Erase that shit. Go back and fix it. And that's what we had Rico on the channel for. He came to fix all the fuck ups that most of us in the media were making. Now, we know if he vetted Paul, then that made Paul a true Black Panther. If he vetted Paul.
All power to the people. As everyone knows, I'm Paul Birdsong. I got a message from Aaron Dixon today saying that he no longer supports us.
Now, Aaron Dixon is actually the captain of the Seattle chapter of the Black Panthers. Aaron Dixon, being a captain of the Seattle chapter, has no true authority to denounce or appoint or disappoint any member in another chapter of another state. He's just a captain. You need someone who actually has the authority to say you can no longer be a Black Panther. All he said was Aaron Dixon no longer supports us. He didn't say Aaron Dixon says we can't be Black Panthers. And that's the part where I'm like, if you were actually given the green light by Rico Dukes, why would you put your badges down? I know you said some pretty hard shit on the internet and even people like me disagree with it, but you put your badges down because somebody who don't even have the power to appoint you or disappoint you gave you their disapproval of something. I don't know, man. It's a mess. And I hope we can clean that up on this channel. And I hope Rico can help us clean it up.
That after he gave me orders to make a video saying that him and other members were coming, that he withdrew his support. And that he said that this situation is unimportant to him, even though my comrades have risked their lives and spent thousands of hours of their time and dollars in life standing behind a cause, you know.
And I will agree with that. You have actually risked your life. You have, because you're out there doing things somebody like me wouldn't do. I mean, even if I make a video or I tell somebody, let's organize a protest, or I tell somebody, hey, y'all, let's do a financial protest against this, or we just operate different. So I do believe with the way you were operating, you really did risk your life for the Black Panthers. Everybody says you risk your life. Everybody says you was moving like that. And we like, man, you kind of going overboard with it, bro. You're going to get killed doing that. You out here, y'all going to get shot in these streets. So I 100% agree. Y'all did risk y'all lives out there for the Black Panthers. I believe that.
He said he's going to make a statement saying no one has the right to call himself a Black Panther going forward. I told him to make sure that he put in that statement that he did, in fact, give us the right to call ourselves that, because I still have the messages where he did, just in case he doesn't.
And again, Aaron Dixon does not have that power. He is not a president, a national president, a co-founder, the child of a co-founder, the spouse of a co-founder. He does not have that power to tell somebody who can and can't use the name Black Panther outside of his own area. He's in Seattle. And this is why I say we've got to keep this organization of the Black Panther in line, because right now it's all over the place. It's chaotic. So I'm glad Rico Dukes came along and explained how organizational structure really works. Now, if somebody believes they do have the power to do that, to say somebody in another state can be a Black Panther or not, then come online and say it. Because a lot of people want to help the Black Panthers. A lot of people want to join. A lot of people want to give our support for them. But how do we know who to support and how to support if y'all don't even have the hierarchy straight? This is why we had Rico Dukes online, to help us get the hierarchy straight. We do want that support. We want to support the movement. Even if I don't want to be a Black Panther, I want to support them. This is what we're asking.
And I put in there also, make sure that you put in there that Emory Douglas did give us the right to wear that emblem, because I still have the messages where that happened too.
Now, Emory Douglas is the actual original illustrator for the Black Panther Party. His illustrations are all over Google, YouTube, Yahoo, Google, wherever. Look up Emory Douglas. The dude is actually a great inspiration. His artwork is real. It hits. His artwork hits. So I can see why he went to Emory to get permission to wear the artwork, because the designs are all from him. So I can get that. So if Emory says, hey, man, I don't give you the right to wear my designs no more. Okay, you probably do have the right to say that. I would say Emory's in his league, whatever. But as far as telling somebody they can or can't be a Black Panther, I don't know. That's a hard call. And I don't think Emory said that. Emory probably never said he can or can't be one. He was just talking about the designs. So you really can't be mad at Emory for one, his signs and his insignias represented a certain way. Because even me, I would say that was a pretty harsh way to represent him in the media, saying the things he was saying, Paul saying the things he was saying. So I could see Emory doing that, but Emory probably should have stepped back and said, listen, let me talk to Rico. Let me talk to somebody else. Let us make sure we make a decision that's going to affect not only us, but the community out there who's watching us, because the spotlight is on the Black Panthers right now, and we all watching.
But as it stands, because of that, because of me and my comrades risking our lives and all the heat that we went under, because of the counter-revolutionary practices, because we don't believe in black nationalism, like Bobby Seale said in the video that I shared on my page earlier, that black nationalism is acquiesce to racism, and that we don't stand like that we're internationalists and intercommunalists, just like Huey Newton said. We will no longer identify with this flag. We will no longer identify ourselves as the Black Panther Party for self-defense.
And I will come to the defense of Paul when he said that. That's another thing that I didn't know. If you look at all the original illustrations that Emory Douglas had, it says power to the people oppressed all over the world. That it doesn't say to black people. It just says power to the people. It doesn't say power to the black people. They're Black Panthers, but they originally were set up for oppressed people all over the world. I didn't know that. Like I said, we learn something new every day. I don't know everything. I acquire information and I just put out the truth. If I have to go back and correct it, I'll go back and correct it. But I'm not going to keep putting forth my idea of something when the truth is actually in the writing of the 1960s literature. They said power to the people, oppressed people all over the world. You got to go look that stuff up. He's right.
We're going to take OG from the town's advice. We're going to take the name that he decided to put out there. We're going to call ourselves the Black Lion Party for International Solidarity. Reason for the international solidarity is because we will stand with the immigrants. We will stand with the people being terrorized for ICE. We will stand with any oppressed people across the world.
Okay, I can deal with standing with oppressed people across the world. I can deal with that. Like I stand with the people in Venezuela under Maduro, and Venezuelans because now get their home back. I feel that. But to stand with illegal immigrants, they're not being oppressed. They're being rounded up because they're illegal in our country. Those are criminals from other country who are not facing charges in their other country because they fled here to not face charges. Imagine an American citizen fleeing to another country so they don't have to do charges here in the United States. We'll be like, no, go get them, extradite them, bring them back, because there's families here who want justice done for that American citizen that's overseas running from justice. There are people from other countries who ran here to run away from justice when those families want justice, and their criminals come here. And we are fighting to keep those criminals as free people working in our communities because they're illegal immigrants and ICE shouldn't mess with them. A lot of these people are criminals. They got to go back to their own country to face justice. We can't keep criminals in our country and harbor all these fugitives and these criminals. We cannot do that. So I disagree with impeding ICE from getting illegals out of our country. Those people are criminals that have to go back to face justice.
We will keep feeding every single day, keep offering food every single day. We will keep patrolling the community with guns. We will keep stopping drug dealers, keep stopping sex traffickers. We will keep stopping police brutality. This little plaque that I got, it says Paul Birdsong, and as a Panther says since 2020. I don't regret the work that I've done because it's brought me to this point. But going forward, these Panther patches will no longer be on my uniforms. Me and my comrades stand independent. We're willing to work with any organization that stands for the rights of every living person. Any organization that stands against imperialism, attacking immigrants. Now, if you're out here raping people and killing people and selling drugs and different stuff like that, yeah, deport them. But
so you hear how he say, yeah, deport them. Yeah, you could deport all those criminals or whatever. How can they when y'all are standing in the way? How can ICE do their job when y'all are impeding their vehicles, blowing whistles in their ears, creating hostile situations to where they're trying to work and get rid of the criminals that they got paperwork on, that they came to extract out of houses, extract out of jobs, extract out of cars? Y'all are in the way. But yet you saying on video, yeah, get rid of those type of people. You got to get out the way, man. You got to get out the way.
But those people out there that are just working hard, trying to provide for their families, trying to escape the guerrilla warfare and the cartel warfare that's happening in their countries to come for that promise of the American dream that the United States of America Incorporated lies about, we feel that they shouldn't be bothered, and we're willing to stand beside them to ensure that they're not.
Then all those people need to do is to allow us to vet them. That's it. There are a lot of illegal immigrants here in this country that ICE is not chasing down. Trust me, I know a few of them. They are not being chased down. They are chasing down the criminals, not the people here who are working, like you said, the innocent people who are waiting on their court date and immigration. A lot of those people are not being bothered. Now, in the process of doing that, y'all might think some of these people are just innocent. You don't know these people's records in their other country. You don't have Intel Pro or whatever they got to show what this immigrant from another country in their system has. All y'all do is say, oh, it's a person on American soil. Let's block them because they might be legit. You don't know if they are or not. Get out the way. It's not your call.
All power to the people.
All power to the people.
Oh, January 31st, you can still come out. You know, we're willing to sit down and talk about solidarity, sit down to talk about unification, sit down to talk about continuing to work, because ain't nothing stopping this way. All power to the people.
All power to the people.
Now, back to the part of the video where I was talking about why didn't Paul acknowledge to Dixon why Rico already gave him the approval to be a Black Panther. This is the part of the video. Why didn't Paul acknowledge that when he was talking to Dixon? I don't know. That's between Paul and Dixon. So, and then Dixon got to, deal with Rico. So this is way beyond my pay grade. I just create content, but I make sure I put enough out there so you got all the information on the table. You can see our mistakes. You can see the corrections. You can see how we got to where we are now. And I don't erase none of that shit because you need to see the process and we learn in the process. So I appreciate you guys subscribing to the channel, willing to sit down at the barbecue and learn. Like I said, this is a barbecue. It's a family affair. We sit down, we might argue, we might disagree, but we don't disrespect each other. I'm not like that. Even if I disagree with you, I'm not going to disrespect you. I just have a different opinion than you. And I can rock with my opinion. I can support my opinion. If you can support your opinion, then you drop it. But you talking me down or anybody down just to build yourself up, that's not a debate. You here for some other shit, and we ain't here for all that.
It get hot in that kitchen, boy. But you still gotta cook. And guess what? People gonna be coming with plates out. And they gotta be fed. You the chef, dog. Keep cooking.
Shout out to all the true believers out there dropping them blessings in our comments when all these fake creators using this against y'all religion. This is for you. Now this for the guy got you. See you at the barbecue, and I got a spot for you. So gon' bust a block or two. What else is you gotta do? Just pull up to the potluck, cause I got a pot or two. And I got a lot of crew, and I got a lot to do. These chickens sitting simmer now, so I'm about to throttle through. The latest model you would do is still kinda bother you, but nobody's stopping you. I'm preaching that gospel, woo. My pop was still popping through. The cops are still watching through. The prophets on the block were shouting loud like the guy got you. They spitting the rituals and giving the signals. Religion getting spiritual, we getting residuals. The prophecy cyclical and poverty cyclical. See, dad leave, kids grieve, mamas need miracles, and I'm getting sick of you. The hood done went digital. These cameras all around, so it's easier getting you. The fiction that you spitting getting seriously critical. It's trash, like your ass on a minstrel. The coke about to bench you, the clan wanna lynch you. The evidence of pen is hella strong with the stench too. The barbecue I'm grilling for the women and men too. Your hands up in the sky when the spirit's within you, and you just wanna give it to the Lord. You done been through the droughts that you went through, but you wanna win too. It's constantly getting you to the point of a sin too. You gotta get that paper in your pockets cause rent due. Cause even in Flint too, these criminals sprint through. The government bent you, see you on the bench dude. Now you at the barbecue, and I got a spot for you. So gon' bust a block or two. What else is you gotta do? Just pull up to the potluck, cause I got a pot or two, and I got a lot of crew, but this for the God got you. We the God got you. For all my people out there that's true believers, you know what I'm saying, out there spreading that energy, spreading the word out there. I might not do it. These fake creators out there, they trying to do it to use it against you. I'm saying don't give up. Stay a God got you if that's what you are, you know what I'm saying? Don't even be ashamed of believing in the Lord. Don't be ashamed of that. Do what you do. Don't worry about us. We just out here creating content, having a good time. But do not let nobody use that against you. You gotta peep that out for yourself, you know what I'm saying? We at the barbecue and this is how we get down.
Okay, God, let come through. God was coming. It was coming through. People watching my stuff.
We the God got you.
It get hot in that kitchen, boy. But you still gotta cook. And guess what? People gonna be coming with plates out. And they gotta be fed. You the chef, dog. Keep cooking.